So, as you know, I have pushed this up a day. I know. Last time we were talking about it being on a Thursday, but tomorrow I have to have a short stream, so it's going to be... Wait, why is this? Just a minute. I see you, but it's not showing up. One moment. Test. Haha! There we go. Hi, Trip. Hi, Scrap. Hi, Shade. Hi, Canadian. How you going? Yeah, it's working. It's working. I was like, aha! Now we got like everything organized, everything's good, everything's functional. Got some toes over there. Yeah, you know. We gotta slay some demons. Maybe bleed out. Maybe call some thunder down on them. Make sure they feel it. No one on YouTube's side today. No. Yeah. Hey, Lay. How you going? We got people going. Oh no, it's the scrap. All the shenanigans. So, now that you guys are here, for those of you in the Discord, where is it? I will make this edit. Permissions. Bam. So if you scroll down for everyone, wait, why is this not visible too? One moment. Edit permissions. Oh wait, I need to sync. Hey Templar, how you going? Think now. Okay, I thought I was just gonna have to click a button and be like, haha, look what I got. But I do not. But what I do have is we have now got in the Discord a section, and this section will grow for what we're doing. So we are going ahead and we are playing a game today. There we go. You guys should be able to see this now. Hey, Anime! How you going? And yes, dice are ready. Everyone should be able to roll and do things. Make sure I've got everything. I haven't. I have not seen the X-Files. I've heard good things about the X-Files though. Shade, as you look around, you see that you are in a town. It's late in the evening. I will do the guessing game on Thursday. There are some campfires going. It's nice. It's quiet. And funnily enough, I've never actually heard the X-Files theme song before. I don't know how I've managed that. And as things start, as you wander through the... Wait, I need to look this up. Okay. Wait. X-Files theme. Hold on. Wait, before we start, let me listen to this. Oh, I have heard this. I have not heard of St. Paul either. All right. I have heard of the X-Files theme song. It's the Wee Woo Wee Woo song. Okay, yeah, I have heard the Wee Woo Wee Woo song. Okay. So, as you guys walk into this original... It is the original meme, oh my gosh. Walk into this lovely, cozy town. Welcome in! I'm doing good! We are playing some TTRPG. You're reaching it just as it hits dusk. The lights are going down. Campfires are being lit, well. And torches are going up. However, there's a bit of tension in the people as they walk to and from homes. Voices are in low whispers. And they're all checking over their shoulders as they walk past. What would you guys like to do? Think? So, as you think, you can see that they seem nervous, but the doors aren't, like, they're not, you aren't hearing the click of locks. It's more like they're scared. But not scared of each other. I'll take the look for a listen if you want. And as you listen, you can hear that a couple of them are busy being like, I'm not sure if it'll come today. Yeah, but I don't want to be hit by it again. No. It's okay. It's okay. We've still got supplies. We're fine. Walk up to one and say, hey. So, which one would you like to go visit? You have one in a witch hat. You've got a redhead. You've got a blonde. You've got brown hair, white hair, or the black and white portrait. around here? Okay. You know, we should draw you guys some actual portraits. He looks a bit surprised at you coming straight up. Red hair. This fellow here? Can I help you? He's busy, like, in the process of opening his door. Is there something you need? Just zoom back out. And the rest of the townsfolk are trying not to obviously look. Twitch, is there anything you guys want to be doing? Oh, you noticed that, did you? Well, we've been having troubles with some of the local wildlife, and you might see on the west side of the town that there's some dangerous things, some broken houses, and they've been breaking faster than we can repair. Canadian, as you guys look around, you do see that some things are in a bit more disrepair than others, but it doesn't seem too bad. You might be oh dear, making things seem bigger than it is. But then again, like, you haven't seen the full extent of the town, so who knows? Hello! Yes! It's even better than that. It's for people to play D&D. You guys are the players. The commands are down there. So it's kind of D&D adjacent. What? Oh. Well, we're not entirely sure of what kind of creature it is. It's... I'm of the opinion that it's, a giant of some sort. Perhaps. But I'm sure others have their own opinions. It's like, it has a shield and yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to ask him? And the same for Twitch. Is there anything you guys would like to be doing? While this is happening. Okay, Canadian. As you're listening to this guy, the damage doesn't quite match up to what a giant would do. It doesn't look like the craters and things are big enough for a giant to have made. I wouldn't say no. I'm sure we'd be able to scrape up something as a thank you. Yes. Head over to the witch? Yeah, sure. Oh, hello. She looks up from what she's doing and she's like, You're an odd one. How may I help you? I'm mostly asleep when it happens. However, I do find that the samples of slime taken from them are most fascinating. It's iridescent, you see. Let me... Here. And she holds up a vial of this very shiny slime. I haven't seen anything quite like it. Would you like a sample? I have several. If you shake it, it shines. See, look. And she gives it a shake. And it glows for a couple of seconds. Yes? SSB? Yes. I gave Twitch the slime this time. Awesome. So, you have a vial of slime. A vial of glowy slime. But unfortunately, I cannot be of help to identify the creature, but it does produce that. It is also, unfortunately, not very helpful in any healing potions, but it does help with potions of dark vision. So, I will be happy to trade for it. And she sort of turns back to what she was doing. And in this sort of, what can you do type manner. It's just like, eh. Meaning that it is a big creature that can thump down buildings and produces slime. There's gonna be someone giving slime to someone. Oh my gosh. Please, sir, can I have some more? Why is my pencil breaking everywhere today? Fine, we'll use a pen. All right. So at this, seeing that you guys are going over and speaking to people, this fellow, He stands up and he stretches. I believe I can help you. The creature you're looking for is a beast. It carries a flail of many heads. Please, sir, can I have slime? Flail. It's he thinks for a minute. He's like, the weight on a stick. Weight on a chain, usually. Let me get you a picture of a flail. Flail. Save images. And it's even a JPEG. Glorious day. Do I have an image? Not that one. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. So this is what a flail generally looks like. It's like, yeah, basically a whip with a big metal ball on the end. Good for hitting through enemies' armor. Yeah. And basically, it does a lot of blunt force trauma. Good times. And so, this is what's being described to you. It is a creature. It is big. It is shiny. It has a flail of some sort. And it leaves slime. Yeah, and a giant has it. Is there any other questions you want? Yeah. I saw it heading west. I went to track it myself, but I ain't no tracker. Which led to a few problems. That being said, its slime does glow a little if you catch it in the right light. So, that does help. If you are thinking of going after it, do be careful. It leaves a trail of the stuff. Makes me think of a slug. Wait, why isn't that working? One moment. There we go. That, and I think I saw something reflective. Shield, maybe? My vision in the dark ain't so good. Likes doing that. Coming in at night. So, I think if you're being careful about your things. Oh, you're getting bullied. Perhaps that's the way you want to go. But who am I to say anything? Is it just anvil time? Wait, what's happening? Eh? What do you have? You have your weapon. You have your magic. The black and white guy is the one that is speaking right now, so it's basically like this. Why am I getting bullied? And then, so he's the one that's gone ahead and described the direction the creature has gone in. Meaning that it has gone west. And that is fair. I will appreciate it. It has gone west. It has left a slime trail. And it is possibly carrying a shield. Ah. Of course, of course. And we will also pause for ads. I can do that, I think. Is that still looking good? That is still looking good, yes. Glorious. Yeah, it's slime-like and leaves a trail of it. It's big and makes... it has knocked down or knocked holes in buildings. It has a flail. It possibly has a shield. There are many questions here. It sounds like a really disgusting golem. It could be a really disgusting golem. You can. You can. I won't answer for a minute, just so that we can guarantee everyone will be able to hear the answer. I would love to hear the joke, Canadian. It's easier to get into and hard to get out of trouble. Yes! Some glass bottles or something? Sure. Sure, you already know that the witch has glass bottles. So you'll be able to get some from her. Do we got money? I will say you guys have 10 gold each. And just a note. Yeah, just a note. I will be writing up the rules of how things persist between games in after this stream, or at least before next after the stream, or at least in the next week, so that you guys are able to know how things are going, and we'll also work on world building notes because, like, it's good times. Yeah. The creature? It didn't talk much. In fact, I don't think it's ever talked at all. No. I heard a screech once. And actually, wait here. And she runs off for a minute and comes back with this odd organic spiky nodule. It screeched, and when I came out the next morning, it had dropped this. It's about the size of her head. It's hard and heavy. I don't know what it is. Well, apart from being hard and heavy, it seems to be organic. You can try. And you don't see any eye holes or anything like that. What you do see is a bit that looks shriveled and dried that stalks off it, sort of almost like it once was attached to something. It's you do have the soul of an artificer, Lay. It definitely looks like it was a part of a creature once. And you would not say that this was a giant. It's a familiar creature. And what are they called? What type of creature is this? Oh. Possibly a gastropod? Yep, the same for you, Canadian. This is a very heavy, very dense, spiky object much like the end of a file, that has a long, severed, organic tube-type structure that has been cut off from whatever it was originally connected to. Yep, and it is about the size of this lady's head. And she is a gnome, so she's short. She's like hip height. Giant snail. A giant snail. Quite possibly. So with your giant snail prognosis, what do you guys want to do? The French do eat cooked snails. Here in New Zealand, there's a festival where we actually eat cooked snails too. It's down on the South Island. I think it's on the West Coast. Gold border person? Sure. Ah, hello. How may I help you? It seems to me like you have been asking everyone else about the intruder. Well, it seems as if it has been looking for something, I think. But what, I cannot tell. It's not exactly my department. But it seems to be getting more and more frantic, so I would say that there is an element of frustration, perhaps. But then, it is not my interest. I only work the clothing store. So, there is that. What it wants? Oh, what am I to guess? It is an animal. Perhaps it wants food. Oh no, someone stole its eggs. Who knows? Actually, if I was to put money on something, I would put money on food. I'm not even sure if it's kind to lay eggs. Or what its kind even is. Although, between you and me, the witch is up to something. So if the witch is up to something, then there is always strange things afoot. Never trust her. No. Not at all. And the blonde nods, just like, I have spread my gossip for the day. Don't be evil, she gave you slime. Yes, but she didn't give you slime. Sure. Ding dong, the witch is dead. So, he's busy going ahead and, what do you call it? Polishing his sword. Busy being like, yeah. Oh, sharpening, that's the word! Wait, does that make me the witch? Oh my gosh! I don't even have a nice hat for it! And he looks up at you guys. How can I help you? I'm the witch. Arr. No, what the... There. Oh, can I help you? What's been going on here? No. Hey, Pinty! How you going? I've already seen you talking to the rest. What brings you to little old me? We're playing some TTRPGs. You'd be in the Twitch hive of players. Barrel of wheat dust and yeast? You're baking bread or something. Go talk to Arthur. The one with the brown hair over there. He's the local baker. And the creature? Well, did this to my leg. And he pulls up his pants to show that his leg is splintered and bandaged. It kind of looks pretty messed up. But enough of that. I saw it up close. It's a snail. They don't believe me. I fought it. I chopped off one of its limbs. It has many of them. It's a hydra snail. It's a snail hydra and it's gonna get you. I'm telling you. There won't be anyone left by the end of this. No one, I tell you. I mean, it's a good euphemism. You can't trust the snail. And he starts mumbling on about the snail going ahead and being a sign of doom and destruction and the end of the world. He's just like, nah, this is an evil, evil snail. And you got funny idea? What is funny idea? Yep, you guys can go back to the baker. At this this point, he is probably in his house, so... Yep. Oh, you're back. What do you need? And he does a couple of... I would give you the ingredients you want for 3 gold. But I'm not one to haggle myself. Just so you're aware. Yes? Over the table. I don't like haggling. So, like, I just really don't like haggling. Painty, you feel a sharp pain in your head as one of the the world spirits tickles your brain, and it's like, this is a bad idea. Yeah, like, it's one of the things I end up doing with my players. It's like, these are the prices. And we just roll with it. Alright, so Twitch and YouTube are going together in on this barrel of ingredients? Sure, no problem. So that is 1.5 gold each. Hey, Pippa! No problem! Yes, we have reached ultimate nerddom! Which is actually something that happened in historical times, is they would do such a thing. But I figure since we have just a vague notion of currency, we gotta do it like that. We gotta work in decimal currency. And you guys are now the proud owner of a barrel of ingredients. Enjoy. I can't wait to see what you do with this. So, with this, you now know that it is a snail. It is a vicious snail from Mr. Red over here. Salt can be dangerous in the right circumstances. It has a flail head. It possibly has a shield. It leaves slime before. Behind it. No one has any idea on why it's attacking. Why am I leaving? You know what? Yes. It's better. No one has any idea why it's attacking. But you know where it's gone. So, you're organized. What would you like to do? Yep. You have 8.5 coins each. You have salt to fight a snail, yes. You have salt and wheat and yeast and all of the ingredients to make bread. So it's a very, very, very good mix. No, that is okay. I am well aware that people will be jumping in and out and everything else, which is why there are frequent recaps, and we are going back and doing this. No one knows exactly what the snail wants. A couple of options that have been presented for guesses have been the fact that it might be food, or someone might have stolen eggs and blame has been put on the witch. But the witch doesn't even know that there's a snail. Alright. Can I please have a think roll from both YouTube and Twitch for your efficiency in actually going in directions? Okay. So, it takes you a bit. You meander, you wander, you travel, you get to the forest, and you get a little bit lost. You keep traveling, you get a bit more lost. Let's do it this way. You keep traveling, you get a bit more lost. You find where you're supposed to go, and then you get lost again. But you eventually get and start finding some proper glowy slime tracks. And it's feeling good. This is good times. And you eventually see up ahead of you a snail. Very specifically, I should have gotten the full picture of this. Why is this a J5 suddenly? One moment. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. A very shiny snail. You could have Speeling as a patron god. That is an option. Yes, this map is made by Theos Maps. There we go. It's them there. Yes. So its shell is very, very iridescent and shiny. And it is absolutely brilliant to look at. It is glowing. Even in the very, very faint light. And in the air, you can see that it waves 5 flail-like appendages that very closely match what the gnome had been holding. You're welcome to go ahead and roll a... look? Yep, roll me a look. Reconnect. Connect? Yes? Yes! Okay, good. Thank you, OBS. Yeah, like... I rather like them. There could be more commands, and I think... if we end up getting serious, I might end up making a Google Doc with a few more commands, but other than that, we'll probably leave it with, like, just a couple more commands, maybe? You can't tell if there's a flail missing. However, it is lopsided. Which makes it a little bit odd to look at. How would you guys like... what would you guys like to do? It's a very shiny statue. It seems to be gilded in gold and various other jewels. There seem to be crystalline growths around it that are sprouting out of the ground. And you're not sure, but the water is rather strange. What is happening is this is a TTRPG that you guys can play. Down here is YouTube and Twitch. And those are commands for shooting things. So I will... Wait, why did that... Oh no, I forgot to transfer that over to Twitch YouTube side. Oh no. So what that does is it shoots a magic missile, and I forgot to update Twitch YouTube's side of the magic missile. Yep. So, you guys want to hide behind here? Yeah, so basically what you just did was something along the lines of this. That is a cone. Ignore that. Where is the beam? There. Like this! Chew! Yep! Except probably longer. Wait, can I? One moment. We're gonna do this live. Duplicate. We've listened to this to here. One moment. Delete this. I'm just trying to fix. Copy. Paste. Core. Command triggered. That one I need to get rid of. Okay, now, how long is, don't close it. Wait, what? So roll will work, but magic missile now. Please work. I broke it further. Okay, this is okay. What did I do wrong here? This is right, this is right, this is right, this is right. Yeah, AoE. Yeah, okay, so Fireball, MM is not gonna... Wait, please tell me I haven't broken... Of course, we get this midway through. Oh, right. I know what. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is basically what happens is there's just like a whole lot of commands. Why is it telling me MM to... Oh, wait, I know why. MM to hit 1. Copy. On. Bam. Now we try again. But yeah, it is very much like this. Yes! Okay, we have a properly working magic missile. Okay, so, yeah. Basically, you guys are hiding behind the magic missile. Everything is perfectly and utterly fine. The snail does not seem to notice you guys. Nobody is noticing. What would you... how strong is magic missile? I've tried to keep all attacks within the same... Like, they're about the same strength. Alright? So, there is a bit of a dun 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 in sneaking forward. So, is YouTube sneaking forward? All of YouTube? Like this? How sneaky forward are you guys getting? Like this? Out there? Yeah. Let's do it like that. There we go. Hey, Splishy! Welcome in! Twitch has a vial of slime. By the edge of the water? Okay. So up to this mushroom here? Now I need to roll. And since I'm being sneaky, I use real dice. Can you do it? Sure. So, Twitch, you see YouTube doing a hand signal to you. Okay. The snail doesn't seem to change its behavior. It just seems to stay still. You can roll. You can roll a roll. That is a hand signal of hand signals, yes. So, Twitch, you see YouTube busy flapping their hands around. They're communicating something. They might be wanting to dance. It's a good question, this. But other than that, it's very fascinating. Very fascinating indeed. I will say that you do have salt, and YouTube and Twitch will come up with you. You have salt in the barrel of ingredients that was brought earlier on. You brought the barrel of ingredients has yeast, flour, water, salt. The snail is sitting in a bunch of water. All of this seems to be some sort of crystalline water. Or liquid, I should say. It is very fascinating to look at. The snail seems to be dipping its face into the water every so often. Do you want to touch the water and see if it is in fact snail sludge? Okay, so gamer, as YouTube goes ahead and reaches down and down and down towards this water, you scoop your hands in and it is viscous. As you lift your hands up, the gooey trail does not disconnect from the water. And you can see the slight luminescent glow in your palms. As you tip it to your mouth, the water slowly goops and it tingles on your lips, making it quite numb. Do you really want to swallow this? Does it still taste good? Yes. You can absolutely be a spectator, Scav, or you can join in at any point. You can make even one comment and then dip. But yes, this is for everyone at any point. So it kind of tastes like mint. Yes! Yes, you can join in! So, the way this works is there are commands at the bottom of the screen. When I ask for a roll, I will ask for one of the commands. Otherwise, right now, you are the Twitch. This is Twitch. That is you. This is YouTube over here. And YouTube has just gone ahead and drunk some of the water. And it is cold. It is crisp. It is tingly. Yes, you guys work as a hive mind. And can I a roll, YouTube. Because your fingers are starting to tingle. Canadian, this you can see. Oh no. Oh yes! Wait, the first one that has shown up is an 18. So yeah, your fingers are are tingling, but you succeeded that save. You are okay. So if there are multiple rolls that come up for a roll that is asked for, I will take the first one that I see. Does YouTube have... Well, they succeeded the save, so they're okay. No, it's more like my fingers tingle. My extremities tingle. And Twitch, you notice that YouTube has turned blue. I can do this. Wait, they're not going to be visible if I do it that way. Blue. There we go. You're blue for the rest of this. Yeah, it's blue tube. You absolutely can shove some in your pocket. Somehow, through this, the snail hasn't noticed you guys. And it seems to be nibbling on some of the plants. Well, this is a possibility. You'd like to look away? I mean, you absolutely could. Where is the... You could absolutely look away and be like, nah. But also, for those of you that weren't here earlier, one of the people mentioned the fact that, hey, we... I'm blue, double D, double die, double D, double die, double D, double die. They weren't the, they didn't actually track the snail. So... They haven't found this place. This is new. So, what would you guys like to do? The snail is eating on some, you absolutely can shove some in, in Twitch's pocket. So the snail does not seem to be... Your patron god is amused! The snail does not seem to be, noticing or caring what you're doing right now. Yeah, it's busy munching on the greenery. And is busy mowing the grass, as it were. What you rolling for, stop motion? Are you trying to shove the slime into the pockets? Right. So you want to go closer to the statue? Take a peek? Okay, give me a look, please. Okay, the statue, again, is slightly glowing. It does seem to have some sort of energy coalesced in its hands. It has crystalline growths around the base of it. And it is of a being that is winged and has a grin across its face. A very mischievous creature, one might say. Maybe you should offer the snail some water. Who knows? It is 100% up to you. It could be. Okay, let me zoom out so that you guys see. That is what the top of the map looks like. Yeah, Twitch still has the witch's slime sample. I'll hold off on giving the snail some water for now, stop motion, if that's okay. The water and the slime look exactly the same. Yep. And when you vigorously jiggle some of the water, it also glows, just like vigorously jiggling the witch's slime sample. Congratulations. You can now confirm that this is in fact a pond of snail slime. It is free flashlights, yes. You can. You can. And what'll happen is any selling of items, lurk is exclamation mark lurk. You did not gather any other vials. However, you do have a barrel of baking ingredients that you can ask YouTube for if YouTube agrees. But if you are selling things, we'll sell them in the Discord after, so that it doesn't go through stream. Yes. Roll me a range. Wait, did I make a range? Yeah, roll me a magic missile command. I do not hold. The general idea is. Why are both magic beams? Ignore the first magic beam. That's not supposed to exist. Oh, there we go. That's why it's there. Spins. They want to win. So basically, it's a little scuffed because I needed to do it quick and fix it quick. Because I was doing that last night. It's been actually a really busy month between this last game and this game, and I was like, I haven't done the magic missile. So you shoot 8 to hit, 1 to hit, and 10 to hit, and so the 8 and the 10 will hit. And I will reiterate this when everyone is back as well. It's like, I like this. This is a lot of fun. Yeah, the scuff is... I think the scuff is a part of the fun, honestly. It's just like, to hell with it, we do it live! Yeah. Yeah, I've scaled everything down to basically... So the average attack is D10. It's based around... The hit expectation is D10. I mean DC 10. But it's still working off a D20. So the average would be... the average is ending out... Yes, your mouth glows slightly from the water. So it's basically... Don't be a jerk. No NSFW. No implication of torture. No implication of NSFW either. And respect if someone else says no. And that includes implying no. Other than that, yeah. We encourage the silly. Yeah, like, I know... Yeah. Like, I know at some point, if these get enthusiastic in the playing, then I'm going to have to actually write out a code for this. But that's no biggie. Yeah, it's no biggie. Like, because, like, for D&D, we vibe. Yeah, and, like, honestly, these games are going to be crack, and I like it that way. Okay. Right, where were we at? So, Lei, you hit the crystals. 2 of them blast off. The 8 and the 10 hit, so that is 7 damage. Yeah. As long as we stop if anyone says. Yeah, and the other rules are just when you'll say. Yeah, exactly. Well, D&D rules are... Oh, okay, we're pausing so that we can talk about rules for a second. So, D&D rules are about setting boundaries for what everyone is okay with. Normally, when you go ahead and you set up D&D, you have what's known as a session 0, and that goes ahead and creates healthy expectations for everyone to understand what's going to be in a game, what everyone at the table is okay with, and everyone is... If there is anything anyone is not okay with, like, let's say someone is really claustrophobic and they can't even cope with the idea of their character being in a really small space, okay? So therefore, that's the opportunity for people to be like, nah, we're not doing caves. Stuff like that. And that means that it creates a great time for everyone. And it also sets expectations for a good communication between players and DMs. That's why here is a little bit different. because I'm the streamer. You guys are the chatters. People come in and out, so there isn't a flow through of history and stuff like that. So so it needs to be set, the bar needs to be set at, things need to be as safe as I can make it for the average Joe to walk in here and not have a bad day. That being said, we're off to fight a snail. Yeah, you guys are two different hive minds with 100 different people controlling it, and we're going to make it fun. Yeah. So, back into it. 2 blasts. Well, 3 blasts. 1 goes flying off. And you're having a great time. Yeah. Well, you might fight the snail. You might not. You might actually make it a friend. Who knows? It's Dungeons and... Well, it's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's a TTRPG that's homebrew. Who knows? 2 blasts hit the crystals. One of the crystals fracture and go flying off and plopping into the water. The snail, on the other hand, lifts its head up at the sound. Yeah, water. Slime. Let's be real about this now. It looks around, a bit confused as to what made the sound. And a small sort of trilling sound comes from its mouth, sort of like a cat. It's which cat is. What would you guys like to do? Okay, give me a roll, Scrap. It's not too bad. It sounds higher. Almost younger. And this immediately catches the creature's attention. You can see its tentacles sort of waving in the air, being like, looking around, and it starts moving. And it makes the sound again. Narrow it. Makes the sound again. One more time. It doesn't seem to have figured out where you are. You can make the sound if you wish. Give me a roll if you want to do so. You also have the baking ingredients that you picked up earlier. Give me a roll. You mimic it wonderfully, and it comes over. And so, are you holding up the baking ingredients? Are you like this? Or are you keeping them? What you doing? You need the barrel? Yeah, YouTube has the baking ingredients. Yes. It's going... You're offering the baking ingredients? Okay. So these giant feelers flick back, and from its mouth, tinier feelers extend forward, and it leans down towards you, and it touches you guys over over your heads, and it's you can pet it. Yes. And it seems confused about Twitch, but then it touches YouTube, and it feels squishy. It feels very squishy and sticky and slimy, as a snail would normally be. But when it gets to YouTube, it covers you in all little tiny snail kisses. And it makes the sound again and again and again. It's just like, weep, 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 weep. And then it smells the barrel and it's like, weep, 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 weep. And it puts its mouth in the barrel and starts eating. Oh dear, that pen's gone. I can tell you right now, you have no idea how to tell the sex of a snail. Squimbly? Ah. No, you don't know. So, up close, you can see, in fact, that it is missing one of its tentacles on its head. You could try and roll, however, Squimbly the snail. Wait, are there any other names? I can set up a poll for you guys. You know that you can, you cannot speak to the snail. Squimbly? Okay. We have Squimbly the shiny snail. And Squimbly quite happily finishes off the baking ingredients. It is late afternoon. Think is basically using your brain in some way or another, like trying to put clues together or trying to tell how interpersonal relationships work. You know, just that sort of umbrella type. You know, if it uses your brain, that sort of thing. Yeah, there is time for Twitch to rush back. Yep. I won't change pages. But, yeah. Are you rushing back and grabbing the witch? Or are you talking to the witch there? Ponder the nature of the snail. Sure. Roll think. You can absolutely stay and pet Squimbly. So, she's busy doing her evening chores. And she's a bit surprised to see you. But is quite happy to help. And gives you a animal speaking potion for about $4 gold. So if you want a potion for both YouTube and Twitch, it will cost you 8 gold. Yeah, so the reason why I can't, it's not Scrap Scout or Stop Motion Gamer or whatever on YouTube is because I can't grab someone's name over on YouTube. It's annoying. No problem. So YouTube has 4.5 gold left. Yes, this is obviously a great creature, a great elemental or something from the days of yore. Who knows what secrets it may hold? You cannot talk long range to YouTube. YouTube can talk long range to YouTube, and Twitch can talk long range to Twitch. But you cannot talk long range to each other. Okay. I'm assuming... No problem. So you are at 0.5 gold, and I'm assuming that YouTube will eventually reimburse you. Awesome. You can hug Squimbly. Squimbly looks a little uncomfortable at first, but then eventually vibes with it. And it is very slimy. Very, very slimy. However, you can feel a purr start up. Sure. And for those who aren't hugging Squimbly, you were able to split off from from the main hive and collect slime. There we go. Hugging the Squimbly. Wait, we need to name him. Squimbly. Quimbly. Give him his nameplate. There we go. It's Squimbly. So, Twitch, you get back. YouTube is hugging Squimbly, and YouTube is scooping slime. Bam. And Twitch is the proud owner of 2 potions. Squimbly also seems to be purring. Squimbly is about, I would say, 3 times your size? And once you guys drink the potion, you guys hear a voice. Hello? Hi. How about we draw Squimbly tomorrow then? We were going to be painting Sister of Battle, but how about we draw Squimbly instead? Aren't you the cutest little child? You're a little bit malformed, but that's all right. And you're so polite, you bring food. Hey Lucas, how you going? We're playing some D&D. If you want to join in, there are commands. You are part of the YouTube Hive. And you are welcome to join in. Sidetracks. Yeah. I think that's a 10 out of 10 goal right there. Yeah. Has your egg layer not been feeding you enough? Your tentacles look all malformed. Look at them. and some of the nubules on Squimbly go in and like keep patting YouTube. I hope you're having a wonderful day, Lucas. But yes. Squimbly does seem concerned for your well-being, YouTube. It doesn't seem to notice Twitch yet. And is giving off nano energy. Who are you? A village west. Which way's west? Oh, yes, those naughty people. I think they've been stealing my eggs. I'm sure I put them somewhere. Have you seen them? Oh, yes, them! Yes! Have you seen them? They're shiny. They look like my shell. And they're and they have points on both ends, and well, I know I put them somewhere, but I'm very concerned for them, and they disappeared. Thank you. I've been looking every night, and they keep disappearing. And YouTube, who's been scooping up the slime, you are able to fill the bucket quite happily, the barrel quite happily. Even without shaking, it glows slightly. It's very, very shiny. My eggs? Well... Yes, you drank a potion of animal speaking. Temporarily, you will be able to speak with Squimbly. So, right now, you are speaking with Squimbly. Artificial scarcity. Well, I put them under a tree, and then I saw a human. You're not humans, are you? You don't seem like humans. Oh, I am very, very grateful in your care of this. I don't think I've met another snail in a very long time myself either. Yes, I put my eggs just over here. But then they were gone. And Squimbly goes ahead and puts her little feelers over for Twitch to just double check things, and it's like, oh, you feel a bit like the other one. Oh, you are the same. Oh, this is adorable. There's two of you. Oh, this still doesn't help. Oh, well. But yes, they were there, and then when I woke up, they were gone. And there weren't any trails or anything. No glow. But what there was, what do they call them? Oh, human trails. Little dents they leave. So I followed them. And they led back to that village. So we're heading back to the village? Are you taking Squimbly with you? I didn't see it. All I saw was the dents. You can tell Squimbly yourself because you've drunk the potion of animal speaking. but you are protector of the snails, and we are protector of the snails, and we are attempting to help find your egg. And that our ability to speak may end at some point, but we are still at her side. Oh, awesome! Probably won't take her with us. Might scare the villagers. How about her staying at the edge of the village then? Would that be a good compromise? You can put a cloth over her and not have anyone notice. You can try. Okay. I will just sloppy squimbly. Well, when we get back to the village. And I know this is like right there, but just parking squimbly there. And what I'll do is copy. Paste. And well, YouTube's blue now. So, as you guys get back to town, we're assuming that this is a lot further out, so that Squimbly is not scaring everyone. What would you guys... Who would you like to go talk to? And for those of you that... Which wants to go ask the witch? Okay. Oh, hello. You're back. Snail eggs. Well, I have a few vials of them. Why, are you looking to buy? I have Xandarian snails, and you know what? Why don't you just come this way? And she brings you into her shop. Okay, I have Xandarian snail eggs, and she lifts up a vial about the size of her palm. Xandarian snail eggs, and they're like black beads. I have It is a snail. Oh. It'd be a mighty large snail. No, I don't have any eggs that size, apart from, well, a fossilized egg. You wish to see? It's just over there. And she points at this large, round, opalescent gem-like thing. Sitting on a, structure. What is it called? Pedestal! That's the word. And she's like, yeah. Oh. So you were able to ask through your parts over here. Well, they are long and pointy and a little bit see-through. You can see the little snails starting to grow in the inside. It's so cute. And that's what Squimbly says. So these are basically long, and she also describes them as being like a cylinder, like a long. What do you call it? No, like a football shape. How the heck do you describe a football shape? How do you describe a football shape if you're a snail? You know what? We roll with it. Oval. Lemon shape. Lemon shape's good. Lemon shaped. The witch raises an eyebrow. There's a snail league. Yes. But the witch raises an eyebrow and she's just like, oh, I see. Well, that is a problem. Is there... You are welcome to go through my stock as long as you don't touch anything particularly dangerous. I can assure you that there is nothing of that sort of thing here. But if what you say is true, then I would put my money on either Georg or Thompson doing something foolish. What you thinking about? She doesn't seem to be lying. However, she is holding herself very carefully to possibly block view of something. Oh, nothing. It's nothing important, I promise. And not an egg. She does not step aside. You don't need to see. It's not sail, first of all, and it is fragile. And she keeps eye contact with you and unlocks the cabinet. And pulls out this very fine glass bottle with mist inside. As I said, it is not a sail. It is not the egg. It is a very beautifully and finely wrought bottle with an odd silvery mist inside. No, I do not have an egg. Oh, well, apart from the ones I have shown you. And she puts the bottle away. There is nothing else. Egg. So unless you are wishing to buy Xandarian snail eggs, I suggest you look elsewhere. In here? Probably not. No. However, you will remember that this fellow down here with the red hair fought the snail quite a while ago. Bottles? Yes. 5 for a gold. Oh, actually, 10 for a gold. 10 for a gold sounds like a better price. So you each have 4.5 gold left. Awesome. Splishy, as you say that, she just frowns and basically, Twitch, you guys get, Twitch has 3 gold left. Twitch, you get the vials just sort of shoved without even looking into your chest. If that will be all, thank you for your day. I suggest you find someone else to speak to. Thank you. In fact, I believe it is closing time. You give her a drop of the water? Okay. What, just on her palm? How are you giving her the water? I'm curious. Because she's the one that gave the slime water earlier. is not what... Where did you find more of this? And she screws up her nose and slams the door in your face. She's just like, I've had enough of you. Be gone. It's okay. You'll be able to sell in the Discord afterwards. That's where you can convert things into gold. So, you know that this guy saw Flail Snail. You also know that this guy fought Flail Snail. Sorry, Squimbly. This lady has one of Squimbly's tentacles. And this guy was avoidant of all the stuff. Also, cat tax. Cat tax is way too big. Cat tax. Yeah, he's snuggling. He's asleep. Never mind, I said his name and I mentioned him and he woke up. I'm sorry, Jones. I gotta be sneaky about that, don't I? Yeah, just like Squimbly. It is very hard to be a cat and getting taxed. Oh my gosh. So, I'll just put an X over this lovely lady. So, there will not be any of that. Who would you like to speak to? If I go like this, then... Go get back Squimbly Slim? Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Hello, hello. The gnome is busy enjoying the fire. It's just like, and busy chatting with her friend. And it's surprised to see you guys come up. Oh. Hello, you're back. That is a very good question. Yes. Snail. Oh, it came from a snail. I see. I suppose I have it somewhere. One moment. And she runs off and comes back. What do you need it for? How you going? Try and nag it rank? So you try and snag it, and she goes to jerk her hand back, but is too slow. You have the limb. I'm going good. We are playing a TTRPG, and you guys are the characters. Roles are there. Or the actions for roles are there. Yeah, you have you have it. I am going good. We're doing shenanigans. And she squawks. That's my property. You can't just go ahead and snag things. What god are you claiming? You can't go ahead and just claim a god will destroy a town over a snail. Googlo? What is this Googlo? I wish... Yes, this sounds like a fair trade. What is this Googlo? And what are you looking for? Eggs? What eggs? What are you on about? And she holds out her arms and takes the water slime snail eggs. Only what's in the witch's shop. Although, if you're stretching the description, I suppose there was that incident with Georg. Squimbly. Who is the Squimbly? I don't know them. But if it seems important, I will do so. And she gets up and dusts herself off. Lead the way. And she will follow you to Squimbly. And at which point... at which point when she sees Squimbly, she sort of, and then like tries her best to cut off the scream that is trying to happen, but sort of goes as it happens. And so there is just like the surprised small sound in her voice. She dives for cover behind you all. She's just like, it's the it's the monster. Oh, what's that's oh, and there's two of you. Why is this? You hug the Squimbly. They got arrested? What? That's crazy, Nucky. Wow. Oh, I hope your friend will do okay. Jeez. That's crazy. You all hug Squimbly? So, Squimbly happily accepts the hugs, and the poor gnome just sort of stops shaking after a minute. And it's like, oh, okay. Everything's okay. You're okay. Okay? Nice to meet you. She's like shaking. And trying not. Yeah, you guys are all covered in smiles and slime. But the thing is that the gnome doesn't have an animal speaking potion, so can't talk to Squimbly. So there's an extra problem. I know. The ants have attacked, and therefore I must wait. Ta-da. That's a good way to go about it. Just making sure everyone's going to be covered in slime for so. But also another thing that we'll be able to do is actually go ahead and have it so you guys can go and, what do you call it? With the YouTube, and no, not YouTube, Discord, you'll be able to go ahead and what's it called? It's called something. It's called having the Discord for planning what you actually want to do. And be like, hey, I think it would be cool to go to the plane of ooze. It'd be cool to go to the plane of fire. It'd be cool to go fight a dragon. Stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, so the gnome calms down and is like, okay, we're all good. It is a pleasure to meet you, Squimbly. I see that you are in need of having your limb reattached. Unfortunately, I am unsure if I will be able to help with that. With hugging Squibbly. Lovely. However, I believe that, my services in knowing the ins and outs of town may be able to help you know who is most likely to have your eggs. I would put money on the baker. He is the fellow with the brown hair, as he regularly looks for exotic ingredients to get new flavors for his breads. And, Harry's your... Oh no, wait, you guys have the flail! And she gives Squimbly a short bow and then steps close enough that Squimbly can actually investigate her. And Squimbly does. Sure. Are you leaving the gnome to her own devices? You taking her? Good on you. Okay. So the baker's a bit surprised to see you guys showing up again. Awesome. No problem. And Squimbly is still chilling. He's just like, yep, okay. No problem. Enjoy the sleep. The baker's very much surprised to see you guys all show up. What are you lot doing here? I thought you were hunting whatever creature was doing the stuff. I told you, I don't really know much about it. He looks almost offended at the sight of the goop getting poured out. That ain't soup. You know that, right? I don't know what kind of witchcraft you think you're on, but that ain't soup. What is that? And he walks over and he pokes at it. Oh yes. However, YouTube is the only one that has ingested it, and so YouTube is the only one that is blue. He pokes at it and he's just like, nah, that ain't soup. Ah. Mint. And he looks incredibly curious. Mint, you say? And he grabs a spoon and gives it a bit of a swirl. You offering this to try? Alright. And he takes a spoonful. Slurps it. One, no matter what, he's turning blue. Two, he needs to make a roll. Oh no! So you all see him spasm. And he hacks and coughs and falls to the ground. It looks painful. It looks so painful. What? What is this? What is this poison? Tell the baker the town is in danger. A local statue of my god is offended by a guardian robbed of their eggs. Ask them to... soup. It is... And the gnome is really... on the ground. What do you mean? What do you mean? Eggs? The gnome lady, she's busy looking at this hole and it's like, huh? Oh, thank goodness I didn't actually drink that stuff. She is looking kind of horrified. And she sort of nods. Yes, I very much back up the story of Squimbly the Kind. She is quite adorable. Yes, I go into the forest. Yes, I collect things. Sure, roll me a look, and she will look as well. Twitch and YouTube, you both can look. Okay, you are able to go ahead and find one egg. It is beautifully shiny and iridescent. The baker is slowly getting up off the floor here. He looks kinda terrible. Those are mine! I found them fair and square. No! I procured them from the forest. It's foraging. There's no stealing involved here. No! Animals don't have the ability for that. Okay, give me a roll. Okay, you are able to grapple this guy, and the whole party comes marching on down to talk to Squimbly. I think at this point we're just going to merge the YouTubes and the Twitches. And Squimbly looks down. Give me a... I'm gonna ask for a thing for that. Splishy? A think roll? Okay, thank you. He blasted and was like, no! There's no more! Now get out of my face! I never had any more than the one. It's okay. Acting is good. Squimbly rears back as you guys come forward. And her feelers are twitching. And they sort of zoom in on the egg. My egg. I smell my egg. You found it. Thank you. Where was it? Where are the rest? Are they there? Yes. There were 5. All beautiful. This one? And Squimbly then swings back her flails. These rather large... Let me get the picture of Squimbly again. These rather large tentacle pieces at the top of her head. Again. And then slants them down on either side of the baker. I would appreciate my eggs back. The baker, on the other hand, screeches. As one would when such a thing happened. It shakes the earth slightly around you. Tell the beast I don't have them! I don't have them! I cooked them! Don't squish me! best damn eggs I ever tasted. So this is the most accurate attack on his foot you've done in a long time. Where on his foot would you like to hit? Like, you have this down to the toe. This poor guy is just like curled up in a ball. His big toe, you are able to slice it off at this point. It's just like shonk. It is gone. Squimbly isn't quite sure what's going on due to the language barrier, but is trying to follow the conversation. Gnome Lady, on the other hand, is busy backing away. Just like, you did your own grave, man. Also, she looks like she's just like, what do you call it? She looks kind of pissed at, the baker. Cause, well, it's been a while of attacks. There's not really been a chance where everyone's gone ahead and actually full on not had a night where there hasn't been a snail for a while. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone reversing time or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know if reversing time is even possible. That sounds like something to petition the gods for, or maybe something in the realms of, I don't know, a large quest? I don't know. There's myths about it. You're just doing your best. Then tell the baker we're taking him to the witch to Sure. Pop. So, when you get to the witch's door is closed. And the door is locked. The witch is also not outside. You can hear movement from inside. However, The door doesn't budge immediately. There's a little bit of jiggle, but no movement. What would you guys like to do? So, the witch comes to the door and cracks it open a little bit. I specifically told you I was not interested. You have something important to do. Sure, you have something important to do. I am not interested in whatever importance you have, though. So unless you wish to pay through the nose for your time... Oh, Canadian, what are you thinking? Are you wanting to uncurse his blueness? You're blue as well. What are you thinking for, Canadian? Okay. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Good idea. The witch narrows her eyes and then eventually just sighs. Fine. It will cost you 6 gold. For a consultation. Is that clear? Bakery, the eggs we were looking for. Explain the situation. Ask the gnome in the tell her the baker ate the eggs we were looking for and see if she can retrieve them. Explain the situation. Ask the gnome and the baker to help inform her. Finally, bluff it. And the witch town will be flooded by snail goo from the smoke god if we don't solve this. Roll me a think, Splishy. It will entirely depend on how long ago he ate the eggs. Fine. It is still 6 gold. You also, on the think, get the sense that she's overcharging due to annoyance. But she leads you in. All of the group. And then she goes ahead and basically magics out. Can she? Will this succeed? Gosh, you guys are lucky. She magics out the last week of meals from the baker, who then collapses. And the meals sort of look like they're no worse for wear. They're just sort of bloop, 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 bloop. They're in meal format. So unfortunately, you guys see a hard-boiled egg, scrambled egg, muffins, and an omelette. It is the best I can do. They're very good-looking muffins! Well, technically, he'd be fine if he hasn't... Oh my gosh, that's max damage! Holy moly. I'm not sure this bacon guy is gonna hit. He's probably gonna bleed out. So the baker is not looking good. He's just sitting there. And so he goes from standing, being fine, to overthrown. And then, congratulations, he's sort of being like, I feel like crap because I haven't eaten in a week. To, congratulations, I just got stab-em-a-bobbed. Really, really badly. Yeah, first water, then his toe, now his hand. And Twitch, can I please have a roll for that? Awesome! You are able to stabilize him fairly well. The witch looks on through all of this and is just like, why do I? Why? Why? To heal him. You literally just stabbed him. All right. I see how this is. she reaches into her drawers, pulls out a healing potion, and shoves it down his throat. And then goes ahead and grabs the hand and shoves it like connecting Lego pieces. And then holds it there while the healing potion works. Yes, well. If he is, then I am sure a lot of people will have a few things to say, I suppose. Because now my floors are stained. Well, you can take the muffins and the omelet and the everything else with you if you wish. I am sure they will be wonderful evidence. Assuming you're leaving my shop. Now, technically this is the town square, I'm just not showing you all the map. The snail arm? Oh yes, of course I can. You just hurt the Muffin Man! And as you guys do this, you absolutely can. Even Squimbly squelches up, much to the consternation of literally everyone. Please assume that there is, like, more people. Because we don't need to, like, bring in the entirety of everyone. So, the baker, you know what? We're going to tint him a different color so he stands out a bit more. Let's make him purple. There we go. How do you guys want to do this? For the trial of Maclass Bacon? So while the trial is going on, the witch will reattach Squimbly's last arm. The crowd sort of shifts. A bit confused as to what's going on. Like, why is the town baker in trouble? Also, why does he look like he hasn't been fed for a week? And there's some grumblings and mumblings, but they listen. Yeah! What's he done? Did you kill the snail? No, you didn't feed Town Baker. Do you want to feed Town Baker before he goes on trial? This man here has stolen Squimbly's children and has mercilessly ended them for his announcement. And has caused great Squimbly great pain, which has led her to rage attack the town. Yes. This man, Town Baker, stole the snail's eggs and caused the snail attacks over the last week. And your proclamations get the townspeople curious. And they focus in on you. Squimbly herself squeaks in agreement, understanding what you guys are saying. Yes, okay, good. OBS is okay. Squimbly is, in fact, a friend. Not something to be afraid of. Do not worry. And each of the townspeople sort of eye Squimbly. The red-haired, busy looking Squimbly up and down, being like, oh, I recognize you. I fought you. I cut off the tentacle that is busy being reattached again. I see what's going on here. And then, slowly, they all turn to the baker. Are you telling us you want a hug, Squimbly? Squimbly appreciates the hug. Squimbly leans into it. And everyone else looks a little surprised. Ask Squimbly it's okay to interrogate? Squimbly seems a bit surprised at the prospect. The other guy sort of hugs his weapon to his chest and is like, I'd rather not. My leg's a bit injured and I don't want to get that close, if you get my meaning. But I'll take your word for it. However, roll me a think. I could be persuaded, and your words are mighty persuasive. Pointy ears, help me out with this. And with some help, he goes over and tentatively pats Squimbly. I say I believe you. None of us do, unfortunately. This is not something I believe is possible, the witch says. However, I would be willing to preserve the meals if you wish to go quest to restore Squimbly's eggs. Yes, I could do that. Preserving them would not cause too much harm. The gnome speaks up. What about the baker? We're not leaving him as is, right? Since you two are the ones that solved all this, what do you say happens to him? First be paid for the cost of preserving the eggs. Okay. Is there anything else that happens to the baker? Must pass some powers above us to return the eggs. Ask the witch if she has an amulet of speak to animals. Squimbly gets his food and the baker gets thrown in jail. Okay, okay. The witch thinks on it. I do not have an amulet for such a thing at this time, but I could perhaps make one. A jail sentence? One would normally think that the powers above normally expect or can be contacted, I should say, in places of power. Throw him in jail? Absolutely. The baker can go to jail. This map doesn't have a jail. That's okay. So, you guys are getting an amulet for Squimbly. The baker goes to jail. The baker is paying for the damages. Wait, I think we got like a... There we go. Baker is now in jail. Oh, and ask what... Squimbly thinks on it for a minute. And then Squimbly sort of nods. It is part of life to eat and be eaten. However, if it is not part of his life to eat my kind, then it is an aberration, I believe. And I do not know how to perceive that. It seems unnatural to me. And Squimbly nods a little. Yeah, so I suppose we have a quest. We have a quest to return Squimbly's eggs to her. And I think that is what we will do next time. And maybe for a couple of times after that. Is that we will go on a quest to return Squimbly's eggs. Or have it be at least an overarching quest. Yeah. Happiness and joy is a good time. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I have enjoyed it a lot. So next time, or tomorrow, we're going to be drawing Squimbly with YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah. And unbury Squimbly. YouTube and Twitch. And and next time we will draw YouTube, Twitch, and Squimbly. Yeah. And I think I need to hop to it and start building some maps and things so that we can have some stuff in the actual thing. We come, and before I forget, Twitch Hive inventory, yes, 3 gold, 4.5. Thank you, Scrap, for keeping track of that. That is amazing. You are awesome. Yeah, it will be epic. I'm looking forward to it. It has been so much fun to, like, it's so much fun to do. It's a good time. Yes. YouTube does have a bucket of slime, a barrel of luminescent slime. No, there wasn't any transactions after getting the 15 vials. And I think I'm going to need to go ahead and get a channel. Oh, I figure you probably took it out of the baker at the end. It's like, that's probably a good way of making it make sense. Oh, exciting. exciting. I look forward to seeing what it is. Now, does anyone on the Twitch side of things have anyone they want to go raid? Because I'm looking at things and I recognize no one. We could raid a drawing streamer. Actually, I think Patchwork Goblin is about to stream. Yeah! Okay, let's go say hello to Patchwork Goblin. They're pretty chill. So I will go ahead and organize things. See you! So that you guys are able to... Oh! Oh, that looks really cute! Oh, I look forward to seeing how that goes. That's really cute paint. Stop motion. Bye! And I will see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna do things. And I'm looking forward to it. Bye-bye!